Okay, so I'm Angela Lyon and this is Jen Flake, and we're both moms of athletes at LaSalle Secondary School. And this is a program that's been running in Canada for ages. It's not new. LaSalle's not the first one to get onto this Fundscrip thing. Lots of families have seen it before. For example, if their child's in gymnastics, they've been able to raise funds to help their family's fees for that sports activity for years. And then they often come to LaSalle and they're excited that Fundscrip is also here to support them on their athletics fees. So this program allows your family to get a kickback from using gift cards for your everyday expenses. So for example, I use it for gas. I use a reloadable card and I always pay for my gas using that card. And then 80% of the small kickback fund comes to my family in the form of a credit through the school towards any school trips or athletics fees. So as long as it's a school expense, the school's not going to cut you a check for the amount, but they will give you a credit if your child has, say, basketball fees or something like that. You'll receive a letter saying this is the standard fee, and you'll know from an email from me what your family's credit is from your having built up this Fundscrip account. And so tonight we're just going to go through a couple of tips and tricks for using it to your advantage, to see if you can have this little pool of credit building from grocery expenses, or maybe you like to buy all your nieces and nephews gift cards for Christmas, and your family could get a little bit, like say 5% of those purchases back, and a share of it goes to the athletics program. So we split it 80 to your family, 20% to the LaSalle Athletics Fund, which supports students who can't afford the athletics fees. It also buys things like bus trips and uniforms and helmets and balls and painting the fields and every expense that you can imagine. The other option that's available is that you could direct your funds to the library if you wanted, instead of to the LaSalle Athletics Fund. That's always available. So yeah, I put in the chat the website. You're welcome to go to the fundscrip.com website. There's a nice how this whole thing works video that only takes a couple of minutes to watch. I also thought I might share my screen and just show what the website looks like, if I can get that to work. Jen, can you tell me if you see the Fundscrip screen?
I can, yes.
Okay, good. So yeah, for anyone who's never done this before, there's all kinds of cards available. Like you can see in this categories thing, there's 23 different types of groceries, and there's restaurants, and Amazon's there. And one thing that's available is electronic cards. Instead of physical cards that are in your wallet, you can also get electronic cards, and you could just have them in the wallet on your phone and show them when you go into, say, Indigo or that type of thing. So yeah, Jen, I know that your family takes a great advantage of this program. You're a real master at it, and so I was wondering if you could share a few tips of how you use it.
Yes, definitely. I've been involved with Fundscrip for probably about 10 years now as a supporter, and more recently as an administrator for my son's elementary school. And over the years, I've kind of picked up a few tips along the way that has helped me raise money. One of the biggest things for me is planning ahead. So I look ahead at the calendar. I see if there's any birthdays coming up, anniversaries, even at Christmas time. I kind of look ahead and try to find those perfect gift cards for those family members that are hard to buy for. I've even done renovations. I've planned ahead for some renovations or some small projects around the house, and that's been really helpful to start accumulating that money. It does require a little bit of planning ahead, but once you kind of figure it out, you sort of learn, how you can take advantage of it. And one great thing that Fundscrip has is promotions each month. So each month you can look ahead. It might be grocery stores, it might be gas stations, but they offer you a little bit more money for those ones. So sometimes maybe if it's a restaurant, I might be like, hey, let's pick up one of these restaurants because we'll get, 5% instead of 2% sort of thing. Yes, that's exactly.
Yeah, I noticed right here that so this month, instead of the usual 5%, you can see it's crossed out and it's 7% at Indigo and Chapters.
Yeah, so it just gives you a little bit more. If you're going to buy $100 card, instead of getting $5, you'll get $7. And the amounts may seem small, but they do eventually add up to quite a good amount of money that you can save up for. I've heard of other families that I've talked to over the years, and they like budget. They kind of plan ahead, like, okay, I'm going to buy groceries ahead of time. This is how much I have. So it kind of helps them with their budgeting as well.
Yeah. One thing that I wanted to, I wanted to mention up front, some people think that they can buy the gift cards using their credit card, but you can't actually do it that way. Credit card companies make a percentage of every purchase. And so you can imagine you can't have a percentage for this kickback program and have the credit cards involved. Mm-hmm. So you actually have to use electronic funds transfer where you've electronically set up. So you go into Fundscrip's website and you buy, say, $100 Indigo card, and you've already prearranged that it has your banking information so that it can electronically get those funds.
Yeah, that's
alternatively, you could mail them a check, right? If you didn't want EFT, you could slow down the whole process by ordering it, sending them a check for the amount, and then they would send you the gift card.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did find setting it up ahead of time is great. You can place the order every Monday to Friday. The order needs to be in by 9:30, and then they'll just debit your account at that point in time. So if it does require a little planning ahead, because if you did want to purchase it on the weekend, the order's actually not going to be placed until the Monday. So it's just a little tip when you're doing your planning, just to make sure that you get it. And then if it's an electronic gift card that you're ordering, they actually come within about half an hour after the money leaves your account. So you can actually have access to it right away. The gift cards, like the actual plastic cards, they take some time because they have to come through the mail. It's you can get up to $500 sent letter mail or a combination of 4 cards. So it just depends on the amount and how many cards you want, but they'll send that through letter mail. And they do offer if you spend more than. Go ahead.
Sorry, I just wanted to mention to people that you're having it sent directly to your house by regular mail. So you do get dinged the cost of a stamp unless you buy either 4 cards or up to $200 worth of gift cards. And then I think that it's mailed to you for free at that point.
Yeah, they do.
But there's no picking it up at you don't have to pick it up at the school. We don't have to do the effort to distribute it to the houses. It's just you're electronically selecting your cards and then it's coming by mail directly to your mailbox.
Yeah. Definitely handy that way, because you don't have to make the extra steps or have it sent home with your child or whatever. It's going directly to your house.
Yeah, I know one family that buys Subway gift cards for their children to use at LaSalle, when they walk down and get their lunch, and so that you don't have to have cash on hand, and you can sort of control the amount that's being spent by giving each kid, I don't know, $20 for the month or whatever it is that you like to do.
Yeah, definitely. Pizza is another one that's there too. Shoppers is on there. There's some great stores.
Yeah. Okay, well, I really appreciate it. I don't think we have too much more to say. I just wanted everyone to know that we trust this program. We've been using it for years at LaSalle. And it's been a great fundraiser. I really appreciate you supporting LaSalle Athletics with it. What did I want to put in the chat? I wanted to put my email in case you had any questions at all. You can always ask Ruben Brunet, who's the athletics director at LaSalle. But for details of how to use Fundscrip, he's probably just going to say you should contact Anne. So here's my email address. And is there any other points that you were thinking of, Jen, that we should mention? That's about it.
No, I think it's relatively, once you get things set up, it's quite easy to do, and you could just spend away and and start seeing
Yeah.
your amounts grow.
Yeah. And when you set it up, I usually am in touch with you and I want to know the name of the child at LaSalle that you're supporting. So if you have more than one child at LaSalle, we list both, and any school trip or athletics fee for either of them can dip into your credit. Also, you do not have to be related to the child that you're supporting. So for example, if you've got family friends who are interested in supporting this, that's fine. They can put your child's name down, or grandparents, anyone at all is, it's absolutely fine. We appreciate the support.
But I did just have one thought. I really like this fundraiser because you're not spending any more money out of your pocket. You're buying a $50 gift card, you're spending $50, and the kickback comes from the company themselves. So it's not like you're buying the Christmas wrap that's marked up 50% or, you know, something like that. This, you're going to get what you pay for, and then the kickback comes from the company itself.
Yeah, and you see the gift cards being sold everywhere. Like you walk into Shoppers and there's a big, display of gift cards for you to purchase. And that's because this kickback's then going to the store where you buy that gift card. And this way, it's your family who's getting that little kickback instead.
Yeah, definite bonus. Yeah.
Okay, well, thanks very much for doing this, and I will talk to you soon.
Okay, thank you.
Bye now.
Bye.